What was it like starting your business? Did you think, did you use your own money? Did you think this is going to be harder than I think it is? Or did you think it was going to be easy and it turned out to be harder than you thought? That's
what
really
most people say. It was a challenge. It was something that my husband wanted to do. He wanted me to help him. Someone had to be that person that actually had a real job that had to support the family. So I knew that was him. And so I had the opportunity to take this dream that he had and it became mine. And I taught myself the business of art and the business of just being in business at all. And, working as an intensive care nurse, you had to understand how to prioritize what needed to be done. So that really prepared me to be a business owner. I went in with so many unknowns. If I probably had known the unknowns, I probably would never have done it.
What was different did you think what was something that happened that you thought, wow, I didn't expect that?
I think that when I sold my first piece of original art, I was just completely shocked. I was like, oh my God. It didn't take probably 6 months. In that, because, we were selling prints and posters and, the whole just getting to understand and then meeting artists. And as my knowledge of business and art grew, I realized that I was doing my customers a disservice by not offering them original art. Because art is the basis of our civilization. It tells our story. And why would you spend $300 on a $50 print when you can own an original?
Yeah.
And you want that, and it builds generational wealth. So it's a wealth building piece that art, if you are interested in collecting. And, the more art, there were so many artists that had never been to Arkansas that we brought, and we gave them fine art exhibitions, and they met long life, friends because of because of our existence. So that's why I had to differentiate the pyramid art, the decorative art from the fine art to move into another level and just expose myself to other people who didn't necessarily want to show in a frame shop.
Yeah. When did you decide that you wanted to be an appraiser?
Well, that came in 2004.
So you've been in business, 16 years now.
Yes. And people would come to me, what's this worth? What's this worth? I bought this from you 10 years ago. What is it worth now? And I realized that was something I needed to teach myself. I needed to go and figure out how to do this appropriately. So I went to NYU and I did a 6-week intensive course.
Did you live up there?
Yes, stay there for 6 weeks.
Oh, how fun.
I took my youngest daughter. I think she was a sophomore or a junior in high school. And so she went with me and she stayed with actually her first babysitter in Connecticut. So she stayed with her and I went to NYU and I used to see her on the weekends.
Did you stay in a dorm?
I did.
How old are you when you were doing this?
Let's see. I don't remember. It was 2004, doing the math. I had to be in my 40s.
How adventurous.
Yeah. But I needed to know how to do it. And I wasn't the online person, and I wanted, the idea of going there for 6 weeks. They took us all over New York. They took us to, every museum, auction house, and I just learned how to do it.
And you came home, were you changed?
Yes, I was ready to be home. I know why I live in Arkansas, and I love Arkansas. Definitely. It was a 6-week adventure.
Did your husband come up to see you?
He did. Came at the end. And then I actually had a couple of artists that I represent from New York. So while I was there, I was working I did an exhibit there. So I spent 6 weeks organizing that practice. I can't just do one thing at a time, of course.
No, you can't.
So that was really fun.
That's wonderful. So you've created all these relationships that last a long time through all your art connections.
Right. So it's, like you evolve from decorative art to fine art to appraising art. And then the auction house piece is just the next level of people as they downsize, as they move on and buy better art, or, they want a way to move it.
I don't think people realize that art is kind of generational wealth. If they'll hang on to it.
If they hang on to it, they keep their paperwork. And if you should never buy art to sell it. You should buy art because you love it. And
That's
and
right.
you should know that it is of value because that's just good business if you're collecting original art. But then from there, if you want to give it to your children, there's such the sentimentality of buying from an artist, getting to know that artist and to watch that artist grow, that you don't want to part with it. And hopefully that you instill the same love of art in your children.
I love that. You said this is a quote you said that I think is really nice. You said you and your husband opened Pyramid Gallery, which is now Hearne Fine Art Gallery, in 1988 because you felt it was important for people to experience African American culture through the arts, and it was a niche market that wasn't being served. Are you still the only people serving it?
No, I mean, we have Mosaic Templars Cultural
right.
Center in downtown Little Rock. There are galleries in Northwest Arkansas and a House of Art in North Little Rock. So there are people who
Are those African American
They are.
genres?
Yeah. So I'm excited that what we've done has taken hold and people are taking that leap and doing it as well. So
If you liked this video, please click the thumbs up button below and subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking the subscribe button. To watch the full-length interview, click the video on the top right. For more highlights, click the playlist in the bottom right. Thank you for watching.